we wrote a whole book that has the stories of
Oh my goodness!
7 couples, including us,
What's the name of that book?
mining for gold in your marriage. The edited.
Mining for gold in your marriage. Okay, explain what that's about.
Yeah, so it's the story of 7 couples, including ourselves, who went through the process using one of the tools of dialogue to turn their frustrations and conflict into growth and connection and more loving experiences together. There is one couple, actually there were 2 couples, who were on the verge of divorce. And so they were dealing with issues of, she became mostly the breadwinner, and he had lost a job, and she was pretty frustrated because she was overwhelmed with work. So
What happened?
they were on the verge of divorce, and every time they tried to talk about what it is that they needed from each other, they couldn't hear each other. They got into literal screaming matches, except for in the session. So I remember clearly their first session, and when they came in, she said, if this doesn't work, I'm out of here. And so during the session, she was able to share her frustration and how she was struggling. And she was able to put all the pieces together about how difficult this was for her. And he was able to hear her.
How is that even possible when they're on the verge of breaking up the union? And I'm sure some of the listeners here can relate to this story because either they know somebody who's close to them in this kind of a scenario, or they themselves may be on the verge. Are you almost on the verge of reconsidering staying? Should I go or should I stay? That's the question.
And it's often the case that by the time a couple gets to us, they have almost given up. I mean, it's like they've thrown their hands up, and they feel that the only solution they have is a divorce.
Right.
When we can get the couple into just that first session, they amaze themselves in terms of how
Yes.
they're able to turn things
In one
around.
session, is it about that one session that softens their reactive heart and their reactive response?
Almost.
Well, I believe it's because they feel that they've been heard
Yeah.
in a way that they have never been heard before.